Hello my friends and welcome to the Daily Creative Challenges in Adobe Illustrator. My name is Julia Masalska and I'm your host for a whole 2 weeks. We have started off this week and we have the upcoming week together as well. We've been working on the branding for yourself as a person or for a fictional character. And guys, I have to say I have seen so much amazing work from you guys, and so I wanted to take a quick look and I wanted to kind of point out some really good work that I have seen on our Discord channel. To get here and to see it actually live, you can go onto this link. It's bit.ly/AI Discord, and this is where you can join our community of over 35,000 creatives. It's really amazing. I just wanted to really give you guys a big applause on the amazing work you have done with the textures yesterday, and also with the logos and with everything that you have been kind of building up over these days. So amazing. Super cool. We have some really amazing color concepts and logos, and one of the things that stuck out to me is that some of you really got into creating this brand for a fictional character. Here we have Langstrom, personal fitness, super cool. How cool is that? Great color palette. We have the logo here with some texture. That was yesterday's challenge. And one that I really loved as well is this one. Oh my gosh, Mad Hatter Fashion Studio. How cool is that? I just wanted to really say, give you guys a lot of compliments. So happy they really did a great job. And here we also have EMX, some amazing texture here applied to the logo, and the logo having, you know, different lockups and for different hues. Super cool, guys. Really, you guys are doing such an amazing job. Round of applause for you. Okay, so now let's get started and let's jump right into this. Again, here the Discord link. If you're new to this is the first place to go, honestly. bit.ly/AI Discord, or you can also go onto our Daily Creative Challenge page. It's behance.net/challenge/illustrator. Guys, I'm so excited for you. Such an amazing work. And yeah, I wanted to say hi to everybody in the chat. We have Andre, we have Wade, Margaret, and Jatermia is here, and Laura is here. Very nice. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And for all of you who are joining us from YouTube, make sure to head over to be.net/live. This is where I'm going to be reading the chat, and this is where you can ask questions. So guys, let's jump onto this, and I'm here on our Daily Creative Challenge page. By the way, we have amazing other Daily Creative Challenges as well. So if you want to participate in other challenges, we have the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges currently with Paul Trani, and we have the XD Daily Creative Challenge with Howard Pinsky. Super cool. If you guys want to add some new tools to your toolbox, this is where you go to learn new skills. All right. So we have some challenges here unlock every single day, and here you will also find the link to the community chat. This is the same link to the Discord channel that I was showing earlier, but if that one doesn't work, here you will surely, once you click on that link, you will surely be guided to the chat. All right, so today is challenge number 4, and it's going to be about texture brushes. Let me know in the chat, guys, who of you has ever created a texture brush or a brush before. I would love to know. I have not used this tool a lot, but once I've discovered that you can actually use a texture to then kind of spray it all over the page, kind of like almost like a spray paint, I was like mind blown, and I was like, okay, this is something that I can really use in my designs. Cool. So as you can see, we have started off these challenges with some logo design, creating some color palettes and some texture. And today we're going to use the texture that we've created yesterday to create a brush out of it. So you can reuse it, and you can literally make your own out of that. Right? So this is going to be super exciting. Here, when you click get started on this page, you will be guided to the starter file. And the starter file that I'm providing I have actually already prepared that for you guys, including an image from stock. But if you guys want to use a different texture, feel free to go onto stock.adobe.com. And here you will be able to find a lot of really cool free stuff. So if you go onto stock.adobe.com and then click on free, you'll be able to access all of these amazing things. And here you can also look for specific things. So let's say we have some texture background. I'm just looking for texture right now. There is a lot of really cool stuff that you can use for this challenge. And I know I've seen some of you guys used really cool textures from here, and it came out just amazing. Make sure when you're selecting an image for this purpose that it has a lot of contrast, so it has a lot of lights and darks. So this image, for example, will be really great, or something similar, depending on the texture that you want to use for this brush. So let's jump right into this and let's create our custom brush. So how do we start? How do we start off? First of all, for all of you guys who are new to this, just open a starter file. It will make it super easy for you to create what I'm going to be creating right now. You can just be following the steps, and also after this, if you had some trouble, feel free to replay and feel free to access the replays below this video. And also the link to the starter file is below this video. You will find the bit.ly/AIDCC1134 link. So that's the one where you can access this file. And feel free to use all of this. I have some texture here on this artboard on the side. So feel free to use that. It's a texture that I have created myself, so you guys have the permission to use it. But we want to start off with this image here. We have been working with this image yesterday. It's a very amazing and perfectly to use texture image that we can totally, translate into vectors. It has a lot of contrast. It has very little particles, which is, the best if you want to create an amazing texture. So we are selecting the image, then we're going on the right side in the properties panel. If you don't have the properties panel pop up, go onto window and activate it. So all you have to do is click on it, and once the little hook is in front of it, it means that it's activated and you can access the properties panel. The properties panel is there for you. It's just a really great tool that kind of summarizes all the tools that you need for the specific object that you're selecting. So right now I'm selecting an image, but if I select the text, there will be different options for me. So the properties panel is definitely something you should have inside your workspace. It's just really useful. Another thing that we're going to be using today is the brushes tool. And that one you can also activate here if you go onto window and activate brushes. So to activate brushes, all you have to do is click the little plus sign, but we're gonna get to that in just a little bit. First of all, we will need some vectors, and you really can use any vector thing to create a brush. So right now I'm going to use this image and I'm going to do an image trace. That's what we did yesterday, and I'm going to select black and white logo because I want, this texture to be black and white. And here I'm going into the settings to specify what exactly I want, and I want to up the threshold a little bit. I want to have more black spots in my texture, right? I'm going to increase that just a little bit more. And now another cool thing is, for some of you who have been here yesterday, you already know, but this ignore white function is really useful because it will eliminate all the white space between those behind those black particles, right? So we don't need that. We only want to work with those tiny particles. And so I have eliminated the white, and now I'm clicking expand, and now we have vectors. So if I zoom in here, I have all these particles created in vector format. So now what I can do is I can select the whole vectorized pattern or texture that I have, right? And now what I want to do is I'm just gonna close this image trace option. I don't need that anymore. Now what I want to do is I want to open the brushes panel. And here I've already experimented a little bit with this texture, but what I want to do is I want to click the plus sign and I want to create a new brush. So we have different kinds of brushes. We have the calligraphic brush, which is useful if you want to do some lettering. We have the scatter brush. It means it's a flat brush. We have the art brush, which is what we are going to go with. And we have some bristle and pattern brush as well. But I'm going to go with the art brush right now, and I'm going to click OK. And here we can specify a couple more things. We can specify the width of the brush, and then we can make it scale proportionally. But right now I'm just gonna go with the defaults. Really, it's the easiest that you can do, and I'm going to click OK. And once I clicked OK and our brushes panel is open, you will be able to see that an art brush was added to my swatches, to my brushes here in the brushes panel. And now to use that brush, what do I have to do? Let's remove this texture. We won't need this anymore for now. We already have our brush that's already ready to go for us. So all I have to do is select the paintbrush tool. If you don't have it show up on your panel on the left side, you can go onto the 3 dots and edit the toolbar. So here you can select whatever tools you want to add and just drag and drop them into your panel. Since I already have most of them, actually all of them in my panel, I'm using a lot of tools, guys, but if you don't use a lot of them, you can definitely throw some out that you don't really use on a daily basis. If you like your space to be clean and, you know, just very optimized to what you're using on a daily, make sure to do that. I'm just having everything here. Okay, so now I'm selecting the paintbrush tool. And now, since I have my brush here selected, I can go in and I can paint my texture. I can take my texture and I can paint with it. So now I can just go ahead and let's actually go ahead a little bit, go back. And I can do some really cool stuff with it. So I encourage you guys to experiment and to try that out. And you know, do something with different brushes, and also different brushes will give you different results. And what you can do also is you can always go back. So let's say your stroke was not as you were wishing for it. You can always click Command and Z. That's the advantage in working in a design program like this, is that you can go back and it's not actually a painting where you cannot remove the paint anymore, right? So this is the total advantage that we have. So you can use that to create your own kind of design on top of this. And now you can of course combine this with your logo. You can spray this this texture over several objects, just the way you want it. And yeah, so I just encourage you guys to play around with this and to see what you guys are gonna come up with different textures. And it's just a really cool tool, and I haven't been using it for the longest time. And since I started using it, I was like, what? I've never used that before, and it's just blowing my mind. Okay, so yeah guys, so feel free to experiment with it, feel free to create your own textures and to submit your artwork to the Discord channel. And Anime is here, hi, and Mari joined, awesome, cool. Mari's saying your Illustrator just froze. Oh yeah, I know. These brushes can be a little bit heavy, but it also depends on the amount of texture you have. So while creating a brush, maybe, I don't know, close the other apps that you have, like Photoshop or XD maybe, and concentrate on that. I know it can be a little bit heavy, but it's super fun, guys. Try it out, let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys have any questions right now. We do have still a little bit of time, and we are going to be taking a look at some of the work. But here you can see this exact texture that I had in my image can be actually easily translated into a brush. And in the same way, you can create brushes literally out of anything. I can literally just take, you know, this text that is probably locked. So to unlock the things that are in the background here, you click Option, Command, and 2, and now you can access all of these things that are inside. So now let's say I want to take this text and I want to outline it, Command, Shift, and O, and I can even translate that into a brush. So I can go and make it an art brush, okay. All right, and now my challenge 4 is actually a brush, so I can literally paint with anything here, and yeah, and I can also do some cool things like that. Isn't that nice? So that can also be really interesting, you know, working with, let's say you have some abstract objects. You can make an ellipse and make it, you know, make it have little ellipse sisters. So little tiny family members. And then you select all of them and make it a brush. Simply click the little plus and it's going to be an art brush. Okay, okay. And now we can literally select the brush tool and paint with that, and now we have some cool dots happening. Isn't that nice? So I'm feeling like Bob Ross of Illustrator right now, which is really amazing. Cool. Jotirmi is asking, how can we change the color of the brush? It's a bit tricky, I think. Yeah, so what you can do is, let's see if we have any, I don't think we can, I'm not sure if we can do that. Let's see, duplicate, delete, brush options. Okay, so we have the brush options here. Here we have the key color. So we can go in here and let's say, okay, so I guess, I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure that if you create the object new, so let's say I have, I have this challenge 4 and I'm making this a different color. So let's say I'm removing the outline and I'm making this yellow, for example. I'm going to be able to create a new brush, just like that. Art brush, okay. And now we have the yellow one. So we can totally change the colors here. That's for sure. And yeah, and then we can go ahead and paint with it. So yeah, guys, I really encourage you guys to experiment with that and to see what you can do, what you can come up with, and that in combination with the texture that you have already created yesterday. So try it out, and I would love to see your submissions and what you're going to do with it. Maybe also use it on top of your logo, and yeah, just see how that can help you out, creating something cool. All right, let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions so far. Otherwise, I would love to use the couple minutes that we have to look through some amazing work. If you click the light bulb underneath the colorization, I will give you a little explanation about what each colorize option does. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. All right. Ruben is saying turn your logo into a brush. Okay. Yeah, try it out. Why not? I mean, if you have a logo that's, that's a long text, I'm sure it could work, but you also don't want to mess with the logo too much. So I'd rather use a texture for that. So maybe we can just, select another image and see what else we can come up with. I really love this image. Yesterday, I've seen it so many times, and I'm just gonna license it real quick, and I'm going to, let's see which library it will go to, and then I'm going to create another brush really quick just because I want to experiment with this a little bit. And okay, all right, let's see, I'll have to download it. So what are you guys up to on this amazing Friday? Are you guys happy about your week so far? What were you up to? Let me know in the chat what you guys were doing, and if you're looking forward for the weekend. I'm excited. I want to go to the beach and with my dog. She loves the beach. Anime is saying Illustrator is just the best, isn't it? Yeah, I totally agree. Can I save my brushes to use for other designs? Yeah, absolutely. You can save your brushes as well. You can also, I believe, export them. So if I go into brushes here and I select a specific brush, I can let's see, open brush library, and then save brush library. I can save those things to my libraries as well. So yeah, you can totally do that. Cool. Barbara is saying, yeah, I've been using it for years and there's still so much to make everything easier. That's true. And that's why we're here, because, sometimes you get used to the tools that you're using on the daily. And even for me, I'm still discovering new things. Like, I've never used this graph tool. How cool is that? I mean, that could be another challenge for us to create some cool graphs and stuff, but I have never done it in Illustrator. Although I've been working in Illustrator for probably like 6 years now. So yeah, cool. All right, let me try and find this image that I just downloaded, and it's right here. So I'm just gonna drop it into Illustrator. And again, I'm just gonna take that and I'm going to image trace it in black and white. So, okay, there we go. And this looks really interesting. This actually looks like paint. And let's see if I can adjust the threshold again a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, like that. I think that's cool. Ignore white again. All right, cool. And expand. And now once we click expand, it actually turns into vectors that we can access. And now I'm going to create a new brush. Okay, art brush, all right. Okay, now let's try that out. I'm excited. Okay, brush, brush. Oh yeah, now it's getting a little complex here. Yeah, you can imagine like those are all little vectors that, you know, it takes up a lot of space in your computer. But let's see. Okay, let's quickly jump into the daily creative challenges. I wanted to go through some of those really quick because I thought they were super cool. And this is really amazing. We have some texture here in the background, art and graphic design, very nice. That one is by Ace. And then we have Zbert Creative here, Laura Zbert, very nice. I love this little bubbly texture inside the logo. Let's see, we have the Honey Bloom Flowers Cafe. Also really amazing texture here that really supports kind of this wallpaper texture. Kind of gives us a little bit of antiqueness. Really nice work here by Richie. Super cool. And Timo van der Riet has been working on the PlayStation logo. Very nice PlayStation console, latest PlayStation 5, of course. Who doesn't want a PlayStation 5 these days, huh? That's hilarious. Cool. Okay, so wooden plank, and then, okay, so you have actually used some marble. Very nice. And you also even use the texture inside your text here. That's super cool. Yeah, very nice work by Spirit23. Nitska, we've been looking at that earlier. I think you made a great selection here with this dark blue and light gray. I think it looks amazing. And also this pink and red works super well. Light and dark blue works really well, although those are shades of the same color, but there is so much contrast that it totally works. I think you did an amazing job. I would almost love to see the red on the gray, so maybe you can make another variation here. Try the red on the gray. I think that will also look really nice. Cool. Anitska, very nice job here. And then we have Arlinda Veliu, also using some amazing marble texture. Super cool. I love marble texture when, you know, designing some candle labels. So if you're designing a candle label, marble usually kind of translates this really high quality feel, and it just feels really cool. Love how it's also translated here into the logo and cohesive with the colors as well. Really nice. Yeah, Margaret is saying really beautiful compliments for everyone. Yeah, honestly, I looked today morning and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys did such an amazing job. Really cool. For all of you who are new here again and just joining, so all I'm looking at right now, all the designs and the community of 35,000 creatives is here on bit.ly/AI Discord, and this is where you can also submit your designs. So here the challenge hashtag is where we are here on the side, is where we are actually submitting our designs. So once you're done creating your brush and creating some cool artwork with it, make sure to export it as, let's see if my Illustrator is ready thinking. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, let's see. God damn it. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to stick to that. My Illustrator froze right now, but you guys don't get too complex with the brushes. It can get really, the more particles there are, the more complex it can get. So make sure to try and stay simple. Maybe with a marble texture, you're probably better off. So this is so amazing. I wanted to really compliment you. So happy day. Really amazing work. I think that's a really amazing character to design for. And fashion studio since 1914. This is so cool. It's really cool. Also love the color palette. Love the little the combinations of this green. You probably also picked some of the colors that you found in the images, which is a really smart way to go. Then we have the custom texture here by EMX. Cool. Again, the texture here, big compliments on that. You did a great job here. It almost looks like somebody sprayed paint on this, or just like, you know, took the brush and did like that. Super cool. And then we have Bill Gaines here with Cookie Moon Society. Very nice. Wow, this is so awesome. It almost looks like, you know, like you took a planet and then you made a vectorized that. Super cool. And also added even some more texture into this. So as you can see, just a simple, you know, a simple design like that can be really enhanced through texture. It gives it another dimension, another level of design. Here also really cool by Ahmed Maro with leaf, air, and wood. Also love the colors that you've been using. I feel like it works super well inside those blobs, and I feel like those can be also branding elements, like those blobs filled with texture or with some kind of you know, structure, like the leaf structure here. Totally would give a nice vibe to a branding. So let's say I would love for you also to create maybe like a logo or something that will match with this. It would be really great. But really great job, Ahmed Maro. Really great color choices as well. Okay, so I don't know if we have, oh yeah, we have Stroofy here also using image trace for some texture. Really cool logo here, Politic Works. I really love the way you kind of did this like color offset, so that it looks like almost like a print, like an actual print. Really nice, guys. So make sure to export your file as a JPEG and then please post it into the Discord channel. And we are here with Jack, Kathleen, Randall, and Rocky, and Gus and Paul are here as well. We are here to mentor you, to give you feedback, but also feel free to give each other feedback, right? That's what we're here for. All right, my friends, I'm excited to see what you're going to come up with. Thank you so much for joining me for the Daily Creative Challenge number 4. And I'm wishing you all a really nice weekend. Hopefully you guys are gonna have a great time. And I will see you on Monday with challenge number 5. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye-bye.